So as we head into this room, there will be a couple more guys we're going to have to fight. And there will actually be a brute that will come out of this door over here. But there should be plenty of ammo in this area, so fighting him should not be that much of a problem at all. But for whatever reason, I just decided to run right past him and pretend like he's not there. I can't remember why that is. I guess you really don't have to fight him, as I proved right here, though. But as we head into this area, there's another photon burst rifle, so definitely going to pick that up because it's our best friend and we missed it very much. But in this room we're going to have a bunch of seekers flying in through the windows over here. I guess this is the hangar area. I don't know why you need a hangar in a prison. Well, I guess it supposedly is a military prison, so... just have seekers just flying in all day. But yeah, the null ray and the photon burst rifle, both very good against them. And we still have this overshield left over. So we should have no trouble against these guys as well. Normally I don't try to kill them when they're in their robot modes. But with the null ray we can probably get a headshot on them if we try hard enough. Alright, so after we've taken out all of those guys, we still don't need any more health, but there is some over here if we did. Air Raid is going to go fly over here and open this door for us from the other side, and we're going to part ways with him. He is going to go escort all the Autobot prisoners out of here, and you can actually hear them rioting down there at this part after the battle's over, and it's silent. You can actually hear them. It's pretty funny. But, so we're going to go get Zeta Prime out of here, if he's still alive. So there's a thermal rocket launcher right there. We do want that, but we don't want it right now. We're going to keep what we have for now. But there'll be another one later that we're going to get. So now we've entered this other crawler type thing, and this one has exposed areas on the side, open panels that has turrets on the side. And there's going to be another crawler as well as a variety of other enemies that are going to show up along the sides here that we're going to have to fight. Now the crawler can be pretty easy to take down, and it's really the only thing that's necessary for you to take down. It has these mortars, which our crawler for whatever reason doesn't have. But I was going to just kind of sit back there and ignore all the enemies and just let it go down, but I do want to take this out because I'm not quite sure if these mortars can actually destroy our crawler or not. I know the other enemies can't. So I'm just going to take this out real quick. And then I'm just going to kind of sit here and wait it out and just not fight any of these guys, because there is way too many of them, and we really just shouldn't have to worry about it, which is one of the nice things about this encounter is you can just kind of stay back in there and you don't have to even fight any of them. So there we go, we destroyed it. It took quite a beating, but it went down just the same. And as you can see, we're pretty much surrounded by enemies now. We got seekers all over the place, we got guys on turrets, we got snipers on bridges over there. It's just ridiculous. And we could fight all these guys if we wanted to. That would be the more fun way of doing it. But this is definitely the safer way of doing it. Not that I'm encouraging you to do it this way. This is just the way I felt like doing it, because I just didn't want to fight these guys. So, I mean, if you wanted to cheat your way out of it, then by all means do it this way. When we get to the bottom, it's time for us to go to where Zeta Prime is. We've gotten to the bottom of this place, and we can go head to that maximum security cell type place. There's a random cutscene where it shows the guy on the opposite end over there by that cover who has rockets on his armor. He's going to be shooting at us with the rockets. I mean, we've already been fighting these enemies throughout the entire game. I don't know why they have that little cutscene there. But here starts the one of the coolest parts in the game, and one of my all-time favorite parts of the game, in fact. And it's this driving sequence. It's not necessarily... You don't have to be in your vehicle mode for this, but it does give it more the feel of it being a high-speed chase scene or whatever. Kind of like, think the ending of Halo 3 where all those panels are sort of falling off. And they're not really falling off here, but they're just sort of being destroyed. Now this one right here that was destroyed by the mortars that are hitting it, you can actually make that jump if you're playing as... actually, I think you can make it as all three of the characters, but with Optimus you'd have to use his RAM ability and his truck mode to get enough speed. But if you have enough speed, you can actually make that jump if you jump with the vehicle mode. Right here, I'm just not even bothering to stop and fight these guys. I'm just like, I don't care if I have 1 bar of health left, I am putting the pedal to the metal. There's another random crawler that'll show up here, and you might want to stop and snipe these guys if you're on lowest health as I am. So that's what I did, and they can be kind of tricky to try to go around them. And there's a lot of times in this part where you want to stop and snipe guys. That's why I kept the null ray instead of picking up the thermal rocket launcher earlier. Oh, I wanted to fly right through there. I don't know what I hit there, but it was some kind of invisible wall that the collision detection was hitting. But yeah, you gotta watch out for these panels that are gonna get blown up by the mortars. Other than that, just keep going. Oh man, I was so close to dying there. It's not even cool, man. Not even cool. I actually do die at one point here. Obviously, you'll see the edit where I did. Ooh, that was so close. I'm doing so good here. Man, this part is, like I said, I can't even begin to describe how cool this part is. There's the edit where I died, but and I think what I did is I was a little bit careless at this point right here because there's a lot of snipers up here and I only have 1 bar of health, so if they hit me at once, I'll die. So you definitely want to stop and take these guys out, especially if you're low on health. There's a couple more scouts that are terrorizing my other guys over there. And I'm out of ammo in the sniper rifle, so again, just let's floor it and try to get out of here. I'm so glad I did all that cool stuff without dying so I could show it in this one take, because that was pretty awesome. Especially making that jump by dashing at the last minute. There was another sniper over there, but I just decided to ignore him because I have no ammo left. And I didn't want him to hit me, so I decided to go and just go straight to the end. So we made it. And here's the other thermal rocket launcher I was talking about. We definitely want to pick that up now, because the null ray will be completely useless in this next part. And I'll explain why. We also want to pick up some grenades, because why not? And stock up on health. Random scout over here. And there's also a plasma cannon over there, which actually might not be too bad at this point, but I'm not going to use it anyway. I might experiment with it at some point, though. Alright, so let's go check up on Zeta Prime, see if he's okay.
Is that you?
So, Soundwave's a triple changer in this game. Well, kind of. Anyway, time for a boss battle against Soundwave. And this battle is actually one of the harder ones in the game, and it's going to have 3 stages where he's basically going to sit here behind this this force field, and he's going to deploy these sentries at certain places around this map that we're in. And you'll easily be able to tell where the sentries are going to pop up since they have that green background around them. And we can go ahead and blow them away with our 2 weapons here. We got the thermal rocket launcher and the photon burst rifle still. And ammo spawns right here in the center. But when you destroy the sentry turrets, they might occasionally spawn health and ammo. So be on the lookout for that if you need some. And then after you've destroyed them, he'll go and deploy one of his guys. First wave here, he'll deploy Frenzy. And Frenzy is he's actually pretty easy to deal with. He's probably the second hardest of the 3. He'll deploy a total of 3 of his cassette bots. I guess you'd still call it cassette bots. But every time you deal a third of damage to his health, so after you get him down to 2/3 of his HP, then he'll switch from Frenzy to Rumble. But Frenzy has a couple of ranged attacks. He has I believe he has like a shockwave ability as well. It's kind of weird. But Soundwave will try to heal him with the Energon Repair Ray, being that he's a medic. But if the character is over here on this side of the map, he'll generally be too far away for him to actually hit him with it. I don't know why he was able to do that there. But yeah, Frenzy's pretty easy to deal with. You just gotta dodge his attacks by keeping moving. Now, Soundwave will come out and manually revive them whenever they've lost all their health. So we definitely want to do our damage to him while he's exposed. And if we do a 1/3 of his HP worth of damage to him, then he'll switch out to the next round and he'll deploy another bot. after he redeploys. Every time he recalls one of his bots, he'll deploy the sentries again, so you'll just have to destroy them. And this is when you get your opportunity to replenish your health if you're low, which will become very important for me here in a minute because I'm down to 1 bar of health. Now, you also don't want to get too close to Soundwave because he has a sort of Soundwave gun beam attack that he uses. It's kind of weird, and it can also disorient you if it hits you, since it's, well, Soundwave. So now he deploys Rumble, and Rumble is easily the most threatening of the 3, and definitely the hardest. And he has the most amount of health. He can take the most amount of damage, and he also has the most dangerous attacks. He has this sort of lunge attack where he'll go and zoom over to you and hit you with his pile drivers, and it actually does about half your health worth of damage. It's pretty hard to dodge as well too. And he also has the this attack where he'll slam his pile drivers into the ground, which is also, it'll also disorient you when you're close to it. So he's overall very difficult to deal with. You got to be quick on your feet to dodge his attacks, and being Sideswipe is also pretty good, or Bumblebee because you have the dash ability. So again, once you lower him down to enough health, then Soundwave will come out and try to manually revive him, and then we can do damage to Soundwave. Now, if you didn't do enough damage to Soundwave, then he'll redeploy Rumble again for another round, which can be really annoying. And that's where I died, actually, in this part, as you probably saw the edit there, was because he, well, I think one of the takes, not when he first deployed Rumble, I had to edit out a take of me dying because he deployed him a second time. But this time we got it right. So you want to be able to see that take, and luckily I got some health from these sentries this time, and quite a bit of energon as well. We're not going to really use our whirlwind ability though. So third and finally, he'll deploy Laserbeak, which despite Laserbeak's reputation, he is laughably easy in this part with the new, what is it called? Thermo rocket launcher. That's it. Because we can lock onto him, being that he's an airborne target, so we don't really have to do diddly squat. We just have to target him and then let him have it with the thermal rocket launcher, and then hit Soundwave whenever he comes back out again. So Soundwave managed to survive. So he deployed Laserbeak again for a second round, but not that that's a big deal. If anything, this would be the one character we'd want him to deploy for 2 times in a row, because we can just deal with him so easy. And I ran out of ammo there for the rocket launcher, so I decided to use the photon burst rifle and finish him off.